fact, before I come back to say my mind concerning what I think, watch the video.
You know, those of us that God has called to preach the gospel in this age, sit down, man of God. Our calling is to truth. And if you don't like truth, there's nothing I can do. It's truth.
And I want to be a little bit controversial. Many of you know a boy called Ebuka songs. He sang a song titled Who is calling my name? Oh, Jesus is calling my name. Oh, if you call my name, I will answer a million. How many of you know him?
Yes, sir.
Please hear me. Please, I want to say something. I want to be a little bit what? A little controversial. I'm not saying this to bash. I'm not saying this to attack. I'm not saying this to castigate. I'm saying this to shed light. Now, a pastor in Delta State, Delta or Benin, one of them, called Pastor Kesaina, rebuked ebuka songs for being distracted and bowing down to a yahoo, meaning a fraudulent altar. How many of you saw what happened online? Okay, what happened online was that ebuka songs was singing a very powerful song. It was ministry. And it was rebuking the generation of fraudsters in church. And fraudsters, young men who have chosen to be fraudsters, and saying that God is raising a new generation of young men who will be passionate for the kingdom. And guess what? As he was talking, and he came to the part where he said, even the Yahoo generation, the pastor, the apostle in the church quickly said, hey, God is saying I should give you my car. And the boy was rolling on the altar because of a Toyota. Even the Toyota itself is not a new one. A common 13 million naira Toyota. 13 million naira is 10,000 pounds. That is not a car. The boy was rolling. The boy was rolling. When I saw the video myself, I said something isn't right here. This boy was not discerned. Please hear me. The boy was not discerned. All of a sudden, the next day, a pastor called Pastor Kesaina rebuked him and said, you were speaking in the Holy Ghost and allow the announcement of a car. The pastor, is it when someone is in the Holy Ghost ministering to the church, that is when you are telling them you want to give them a car to distract the truth. The Pastor Kesaina rebuked ebuka songs and said, you don't do that. You bowed to an altar of fraud. The pastor got backlash. People were shouting, the pastor is this. The pastor has now come out to say that, oh, I wasn't bashing him, I was praying for him. The pastor himself made a mistake to come and rechange or have to explain himself. The pastor was right. Let me tell you something. You know, people say they love God. Wait till money touch you. Remember the prayer we've prayed here tonight.